Matthieu DeClerck over there in the Hippo Education Studios. How are you?
I'm doing well, Aaron. I'm doing well.
I'm glad to see that. I like your beard. I had a big beard growing until yesterday, and I tried to trim it into like a cool guy, like pharaoh looking thing, and I ended up trimming it down to the point where I had this little like pointy tuft of hair like the guy from Anthrax, and I had to get rid of the whole thing. It was tough.
Yeah, been there, done that, Aaron. I mean, this has taken me years to get it right, and I've messed it up so many times.
Perfect.
The beauty is I'm ugly with it or without it, so it doesn't matter to the people around me, so I can experiment.
We have gathered here today to get through this thing called EP Monthly February 2019. That was a Prince reference, if anybody caught it. This article we're talking about is by Bill Sullivan. I'm calling him Bill.
I thought it was a marriage reference. I was like,
it is, but it's also a Prince reference.
Okay.
And William Sullivan, I don't know if William goes by Bill, but we're going to call him Bill. He does a lot of very interesting, detailed stuff in EP Monthly. And like what I get away from that, what I take away from his stuff is usually two things. One is, thank God there's a repository of that stuff in the website somewhere, because if I ever need it, I'll go back and look it up. But this is one of those things, getting back what you're owed. Probably almost nobody listening to this is exactly in a situation where they have money withheld from some weird random group. But he's putting up examples where you get, one group is bought by another group, and then you're fired or you're let go, and then they owe back taxes, and somebody goes bankrupt or back pay. And I think that the bottom line is there's pitfalls everywhere. He talks about contracts and things. Really hard to do this stuff proactively, but if you ever run into a situation, you got to run back and look this stuff up.
Yeah, this one was a little dense for me. I learned two things. One is read your contract.
Yeah.
And number two is have a lawyer read your contract, because even if I read it, I wouldn't understand it. So
it's true. And I've been in that situation a couple times as in sort of admin management in these groups where you'd have a sort of a customized contract. Even the customized contract, when you go back and review it with a lawyer, the lawyer is on your side and he's like, oh, this stuff is terrible. We got to change 85 things. And then you bring that back to the employer and you say, we got to change these 85 things. And they're like, no, we can't. We don't have the time. We don't want to spend the $7,000 of lawyer looking over your 85 things. So it can still be really challenging. And it's part of the disconnect. This kind of stuff to me goes away when we have national health care. I mean, it gets worse in some ways, but not in other ways. Like if you have a government shutdown, maybe they stop paying us, that's bad. But this kind of thing where you're fighting with individual people and LLCs and corporations and all this stuff with everybody's misaligned values, that at least would go away. But don't worry,
this stuff for me will go away when we outlaw lawyers.
Outlaw lawyers? Huh.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
No lawyer.
By the way,
lawyers. No lawyers. No problem.
Matthieu
Just go back to the Wild West. We'll all be.
He lives at 1234 Main Street. Very good. Well, it's a good one to look at just in case. I think another thing that you get out of these things is that you look at the catastrophes that could happen, and the best thing that he's doing for you here is you'll snap back and go, hey, these people owe me money. Oh, I read something about that. And then you can go back and check it out. So good stuff.
Advocating for us. I like it.
Yep. I'm out.